This is a budget which again has a very strong emphasis on infrastructure. It is a budget which this year will see a 3.85% increase in rates for the average owner-occupier and similarly for business. It's a budget also which sees fees and charges remain at the CPI level for Brisbane, which is 3.1%. It's a budget also that doesn't cut anything in relation to our delivery of services around the city. We maintain the wonderful city that we have and the expectation of amenity that the people of Brisbane seek from us as a council. Also, pensioners are looked after in this budget. We see an increase in the remissions. The 40% is retained for full pensioners, 20% for part pensioners, but also we will be seeing a growth in the upper limit of that rebate by way of an increase as per in line with the rate increase. The budget also, I think this year, significantly will see a significant reduction in debt. We'll see debt drop by about a third from the $2.4 billion currently down to $1.6 billion. And when we progress forward to 2016-17, we'll see that down to 55% of what it is currently. So that equates to less than $1,000 per person in this city in terms of our indebtedness. Now that's achieved through two things. So firstly, we are seeing a changing in the arrangements we have with QUU, where we've been borrowing from QTC simply to pass on that borrowing to QUU. We've acted essentially as a bank, and we wanted to get out of that business. There's no need for us to be a middle player in this, and so we will be undertaking that over the coming 3-year period. Also, we will see this year the intrusion of funds from the federal government, the commitment that they made towards Legacy Way. So the combination of those things will allow us to see this debt reduction over the coming years. Importantly, this is a budget which also adds to what I said last year. And I just remind people that when I stood before you a year ago, I said that I wanted to see a greater emphasis in budgets into the future around asset maintenance. It's great to build new things, and we need to continue to do that in a modern, emerging global city that Brisbane is. But we also need to be cognizant of not leaving a legacy for future generations. And in this budget, we're also going to see a 30% increase in the asset maintenance budget. That'll be up to $68 million this year. Access and inclusion has always been strong as part of this administration's agenda, and this year we'll see $18.9 million spent on disability access to ferry terminals, $8 million on bus stops, and a further $6.3 million on the access and inclusion plan, specific initiatives out there across the suburbs of this city. This budget also sees the completion of some very significant infrastructure projects, things like Legacy Way, the open level crossings at Geebung and also Bald Hills. But it also sets the platform for new projects, the Kingsford Smith Drive, which I've said will be the next big infrastructure project in this city. We also see some funds in relation to the Wynnum Road corridor upgrade, and we'll be advancing those commitments into the years ahead. The budget also looks at some innovative things. We recently undertook a trial of left-hand turn on red. That left-hand turn on red trial has found to be successful. We tried that out at 5 individual intersections across the city, and in this budget we've allocated funds to progress that to around 50 additional red turn on intersections, that's signalised intersections.